with us Professor Debi Saini, Professor of HRM from MDI Gurgaon. Sir has been a visiting professor in business schools in Denmark, France and Dubai. Sir has been certified as a global professional in HRM by SHRM USA. Sir authored 7 books, 92 papers and 153 book reviews. Out of these, his 5 research papers have been published in A-star global management journals such as Human Resource Management, Michigan, Journal of World Business, Columbia, Asia Pacific Journal of Management, Melbourne, Journal of Organizational Change Management, UK. 5 of his management cases are being sold by Harvard Business Publishing, of which 2 are in popular category and are being taught among others in US and European universities. Dr. Saini has advised 2 global CEOs and has done consulting assignments for industry, ILO and GTZ, Germany. Sir has been a keynote speaker in global conferences in UK, Italy and Sri Lanka, and an invited speaker in 3 different SHRM conferences held in Los Angeles, San Diego and Las Vegas, USA. His awards among others includes Best Professor of HRM by CMO Asia in Singapore 2013, Best Researcher of MDI 2005 and Best Paper Award from AIMA 2018 that was decided by a jury headed by Mr. Nandan Nilekani of Infosys. With this, we request Professor Debi Saini to deliver the keynote address. May we have a huge round of applause.
Mr. Chandrasekhar, Director, Dr. Alok Pandey, Professor Anita Singh, Professor Nayak, distinguished faculty members of this great institute, IMS Ghaziabad, learned paper presenters, participants, dear students. First of all, I feel honored and dignified to have been invited by IMS probably 7th or 8th time in the last some years. It's always a pleasure to come here and look at enthusing minds both in faculty and students. And I always carry wonderful memories of having interacted with them at this forum. I was invited to deliver this keynote address on this very salient topic as to what is happening in the digital era to people issues. And at the micro and macro level, what challenges do we as a nation, as an organization, as an individual face? As you all know, and you have been, that has already been well articulated in your classes, that we are in a very complex, uncertain, volatile and ambiguous world. It was never so when I was a student, 1969 to 71 in Delhi School of Economics. Life was very cozy, calm, easy, no technology virtually. And over this period of about 50 years, I have seen so much of transformation. And you people are very lucky to belong to this era where the speed is very fast and you can use your brain for strategic issues, for solving problems and not on drudgery. What has happened because of the chaos and the changeful environment all around is that the customer is very demanding. The customer says, here and now, this is my requirement. If you don't deliver, you are out. Because there are so many others waiting to grab your business. That is a direct and tangible result of this VUCA world. And the most frightening thing is this disruptive technology. You don't know whether you will be relevant tomorrow or not. So many products have gone out completely from the market, ideas have gone out, technology has gone out. So in such a scenario, what do you need to remain competitive and to sustain in this chaotically changeful business environment? You need to predict, you need to analyze, you need to think, and you need to cross-fertilize, you need to articulate, you need to argue, you need to indulge in discourse, you need to test the validity of your ideas, whether they will work for the morrow or not. And that's why entrepreneurial mortality in the business world is very, very high. 80% of the startups fail. That itself shows how difficult it is to do business today. And you are all going to be business managers tomorrow. So there are both challenges as well as opportunities from these developments. But critically, what you need is information. And right information. Not just intuition. Not like a village doctor who prescribes medicine on the basis of intuition. That this did last time, this will do this time also. You need to scienticize your decisions. You need information which can well work in solving problems, in critical argument. And therefore, the most difficult thing which is today surfacing is having that appropriate information which can enable you to solve business problems. So this information, the availability of this information is the critical, most salient critical success factor for business today. And scientists have responded to this need of business through internet, analytics, and artificial intelligence. You had just a wonderful lecture by Dr. Chandrasekhar. We are very proud that a government organization like the Postal Department is thinking of automation and trying to be in competition with the private sector because it's losing a lot of business, BSNL is losing a lot of business, and if PSUs start competing through AI, we can have a very bright future for our country. In this digital world, somebody has talked of the second machine age. If you are aware, the first machine age started something with the invention of the steam, 1752, and took another 50 years for the machine age to start. And it is 200 plus years after somebody is saying that. And that is none other than Klaus Schwab, founder of World Economic Forum, that we are in the second machine age. And this age is the most challenging, most frightening to some, most opportunity-full to some. It gives us high speed, relevant information through variegated devices. And in this book, Fourth Industrial Revolution, Klaus mentions AI on the top, robotics, nanotechnology, quantum computing, autonomous vehicles, 5G for speed of the internet. And the hallmark of AI is the biggest breakthrough of this century, 21st century. Something which we could never imagine. I remember 30 years ago, just a manual telephone was a status symbol. When I started my career in 1971 as a lecturer in Delhi University, few of us had two-wheelers, and we used to look towards them as a status symbol. If you have a two-wheeler, it's a status symbol. And where are we today? And it is carrying driverless cars tomorrow, electronic cars tomorrow. So what is going to happen? Less cost, high speed, high quality, less number of people, higher productivity. This is all going to happen. When you become CEO, there are going to be many challenges for you. Because even today the CEOs are having sleepless nights because of the disruptive technology. You don't know when you can be totally irrelevant tomorrow because the inventions. And that is the promise of AI. That is what AI is doing. You had a wonderful example from Dr. Chandrasekhar. And there are several areas, army, governance, selections, appraisal, risk modeling. There is not a single area where AI is not operating. So what is this AI? There is a digital computer which performs tasks like a robot and which also performs tasks which thinking people do. It cross-fertilizes ideas. It tries to give you a solution. And it is of not just robotics. The robotics is the biggest use of AI is in robotics. But there are other areas like engagement and insights. There are two other areas. In fact, robotics is said to be weak AI, but the strong AI is cognitive insight and cognitive engagement, where you can't even lie when you are giving an interview. You can't lie to the interviewer. The machine will tell whether this guy is lying. Okay, machine has so much information that it can help the decision maker to find out how far the guy whom you are interviewing is a genuine one or not. So that is the extent to which strong artificial intelligence has reached. It's also called augmented intelligence. And as humans, we can't work on many dimensions. If I'm doing something and somebody comes in between, but machine can think of hundreds and thousands of dimensions. Because they're all variables. They are critical variables for the product which is being produced by the interaction of those behaviors. And that is the potential of the machine. And tomorrow we will have Indian surgeons performing surgeries somewhere in Africa with the help of artificial intelligence, sitting here in Mumbai or Shanghai, Chinese, for example, because everybody cannot go to USA for the expensive treatment. That is the promise, and the days are not very far. It might take just about 5 to 10 years for this to happen. Robots will be sitting in company boards to tell you that, Mr. Members, you are going to take not a wise decision. Here is the evidence. This has happened in collateral areas, okay? Rethink and provide you all that information which is critical for business. You might have heard of IBM's Watson software. It has 20 crore pages of data, 4 terabytes. It has defeated most brilliant humans in cognitive computing, and humans cannot match it. That seems to be a danger also of artificial intelligence, but those who want to use artificial intelligence for the betterment of business, it gives a great opportunity. I was invited in Mumbai last month to deliver a keynote in a seminar, and there were these Schneider CEOs who were speaking, and it intrigued me immensely what he said. You know, Schneider is the biggest elevator producer, and sometimes the elevator stops in between. I'm claustrophobic, I can die if the In fact, they were carrying me on the 7th floor, and it was a very small elevator. I said, I'm sorry, I can't go. I may die if your elevator stops. So I climbed the 7th. So you can imagine if an elevator stops. So Schneider CEO was saying that we can find out through an appropriate algorithm and artificial intelligence as to when a machine is going to break down. And we take action on that machine before the breakdown happens. That's a remarkable thing. You can save so many embarrassing situations. And Marriott is using artificial intelligence in delivering towels in the rooms in the hotels, in registering and providing various other customer services to customers. There is a famous Mukoto story which is very intriguing, and I would like to share with you, where artificial intelligence can help us. Many of our problems, national problems even, like we have farmers committing suicide, we have small holdings, productivity is very low. This was the situation in the Makoto story, a Japanese automobile engineer. His 84-year-old mother, at their farm, they're a cucumber farm in Japan, and they were producing in the season about 500 kilograms of cucumbers every day. Those of you who have been abroad might be knowing that things are not sold by the weight. You have to pick up a unit, and we Indians have the habit of selecting the best, the maximum weight. But you'll be surprised that the weight is exactly similar. I have had this, it was 7 years I taught in Denmark, I used to go there, and when you go to the sabzi market, you will select tomato or brinjal, but it will be exactly the same. We don't have that culture in India, but in Japan they had this. So Makoto's mother, from morning till evening, she'll be sorting out this 500 kilograms of cucumbers into 9 different categories. Because each category will have a different price and different placing. And whole day, 8 hours she will do. And he pitied his mother. He was a bright guy. His father and mother both were on that small farm. So what he did, he was a bright mind. He took 7,000 pictures of these cucumbers. He used deep learning and Google Alpha, to write a software, to write an algorithm, and developed a machine and a conveyor belt. And since he was a bright guy, he could succeed in doing this work by the machine. And with 70% success, and the rest the mother could probably do it manually, because machines always have problems. But you go, day before yesterday I was going by Uber and it took me somewhere else, 5 kilometers away, and then I had to tell that I'm here, how do I reach you? There are problems also. So the machine learning has those problems also. But he could solve this problem, and Makoto's mother now attends to other issues at the farm, and productivity has risen by 140%, and he's very happy that his old mother does not have to slog in for 8 hours in sorting out the cucumbers. This type of experiments have immense hope for our country, as I said, where productivity is so low. But since we are a developing country, I don't know how much time will artificial intelligence take to reach to the masses and to the common people. I want to show you what transformation is taking place in the skills which the industry needs from you young managers and MBAs. This is World Economic Forum, and they said in 2015 these are the top 10 skills. And look at 2020. 3 skills remain the same. Coordination with others goes down a bit. Creativity comes from 10 to 3. Critical thinking and complex problem solving are most critical. What is this critical thinking? This is an area which has worried me the most. I've taught in 5-6 IIMs, including some of the top ones, and I find this is the most salient problem with the students. Probably they are overworked and they are not able to apply their mind for this critical thinking. And the best methodology for critical thinking is case methodology. But everywhere I've seen students start reproducing the symptoms, because underneath the symptoms there is a causality which you have to unravel with the help of your collateral knowledge and the knowledge of the subject. And collection, juxtaposing all the events, and that is critical thinking. To critically say whether it was the polity, economy or society or individual behavior which determined the outcome of the case. And you often give generic suggestions which is complete absence of critical thinking. In fact, there was a research where 97% of the CEOs said that what they are looking for in the young MBAs is problem solving and critical thinking. And therefore, I do feel that with so many faculty members sitting here will focus on this as to how probably you can make case discussion, which to my mind is the best way of critical thinking. Develop this. In fact, some business schools like ISB, founder of ISB has started a Vedika Scholars Program for women where I go as a faculty. And they have a lot of art, social science subjects, which we don't do in IIMs. And this will do a yeoman's job in developing critical thinking. And I find the students in this program are very, very different. So they are not focused on all engineers. They are focused a lot of social science skills. And that is to respond to the needs of the model in the business for problem solving and critical thinking. Quickly, Dr. Chandrasekhar has already referred to the uses of artificial intelligence. When we talk of this digital age, we essentially mean internet, artificial intelligence, among others, okay? And my focus is largely on artificial intelligence and not on analytics as such, which has been in vogue for quite some time, because you can't talk on everything at the same time. One very important area where artificial intelligence is working extremely well is hiring. It has yet to do its full potential in Indian situation and even at the global situation. Hiring is something very, very crucial. I will tell you a story about hiring and how badly we do it in India. Must have been in about 100 selections, different professors, IIMs, or some managers, or school principal, or students, or maybe more. And I'm not satisfied with the way interviewers, the kind of questions they ask, the kind of abilities they test. And I found some of the very highly placed people talking absolute nonsense in these interviews. And I'm worried about that. I will give you an example. We were selecting a director in government. UPSC used to invite me. And the two other people in that selection panel one was a former ambassador, a lady who was chairing the panel and was a UPSC member. And another very high-powered people in the corridor of power, very highly placed advisor to the Prime Minister, which has recently, he's now 75 years old. So there were 10 candidates, and there was a very handsome, tall guy, English-speaking, urbane, very fluent, and they were very, very much impressed with him. And they sort of ticked his name out of the 10. And then there was a very simple, his name was also Dr. Pandey, incidentally. I remember his name. Very simple villager, okay, could hardly speak a sentence correctly. And when he was interviewed, they both said, "Ye to yun hi hai," okay, and they cut his name. We interviewed all the 10 candidates, and they selected the street smart person. And normally these people, they don't take academicians very seriously. They think, just academicians just read and they don't talk relevant. And they happened to ask me, "Dr. Saini, what do you think about this candidate?" I asked them, "What is the position for which you are selecting? Are you selecting the guy who is English speaking, who is smart?" So the guy was to oversee the work of some 70 people in Bhopal in one of the government ministries. I said, "I think that first and foremost, this guy will need not rule enforcing or bureaucratic skills. He needs to enthuse his people. He needs to have leadership skills." And I want to tell you, I grilled that Dr. Pandey immensely. And I've never seen anybody with more passion than that Dr. Pandey. And I suggested, "Don't you think that simple-looking Dr. Pandey had amazing leadership skills?" I want to tell you that was one occasion they both agreed and we selected that Dr. Pandey. Normally it has not happened. In many other meetings they have pre-decided or they, So I want to tell you that this is the extent to the biases we have against gender, against certain castes, for example, and the extraneous considerations on which we take our decision. And that is happening, I have seen that happening both in public and private systems. Artificial intelligence is going to help in a great way about this shortlisting. Google gets 20 lakh applications in 1 year for about 5,000 to 10,000 job positions which they have. And how do they do it? They are doing it through artificial intelligence. And when they find that the algorithm is not catching persons of a particular attributes, they alter the algorithm. And so that the biases are minimized and diversity is promoted and what you are really looking for. So that is something extremely important. Because of the paucity of time, I would not mention all the things, but just hiring is one area where it is of extremely importance. Who will remain and who will leave? A machine can tell. It is so amazing. The machine can tell that which guy is likely to leave. There is so much of information about behavior of people. And that can do your talent pipeline, building of your talent pipeline, and adequately engaging people. Personalized on-demand learning. We have generic learning and most of the people forget and they don't want that learning. So today artificial intelligence is being used for on-demand learning. What is the precise objective of the person? What does he want to learn and why he wants to learn? And machine assists that person in articulating the vision of his life. Even in rewards, how much reward a particular individual should get increments on the basis of the performance. There is a software, Cognipay, though it is not being used in India, but it has come up because these softwares are extremely expensive. It can tell us to what is the increment which an individual should get on the basis of his or her performance. Then workplace experience. How can, today the most modern word in HR strategy is building workplace experience, which is a larger connotation, and employee engagement is just a part of it. And today, those organizations which are performing excellently, in business area, they are focusing on right from the pre-interview stage to the exit stage of a candidate as to what kind of experience that person is going to have in the organization. And the better you have, the more sustainability index you are going to have tomorrow. So talk to your people, what do they want, and keep it in mind as to how you can attune yourself to the needs of these individuals so as to excite people for their workplace. These are the positive signs. I often say in the class that 100% what people need is love and nothing else. Not even 1%. If you give love to your people, they will do their very best. And that is the hallmark of this employee experience. And artificial intelligence is helping you articulate collateral issues about this, and in a big way it is being used by especially larger companies because they can afford these softwares. There are 5 challenges to my mind, both at the organizational and at macro level of artificial intelligence. The first and foremost is building a learning organization. Some time ago, there was a guy I was listening to and he said in India there is only one organization which is a learning organization, MNCs included. But when they come to India, they start doing things differently, minimizing cost and staying relevant. Even abroad, very few organizations are learning organizations. What is a learning organization? Peter Saini in his book, The Fifth Discipline, says that your ability to enthuse, commit, motivate, engage, and now experience your people, number one, and your ability to make them learn at all levels is a learning organization. And Drucker has said, this is going to be the only sustainable advantage. You don't need any other thing. The only thing you need is your organization learning. And I was delighted when Dr. Pandey, who is a very good friend of mine for the last 2 decades, your director, told me the kind of things which he has done and how the organization is not a sleeping mode and he has re-looked at everything and he is retuning the processes, systems, the vision of the organization. This is how you promote sustainability of your organization, and this is going to be the only competitive advantage, as Drucker says. But the problem is, we must do it in good times, not when the earthquake takes place and destroys everything, or if you marry a woman without critically woman or man, and not a sexist. And then after 1 year you say, kya ho gaya, isn't it? So critically look at, what do you want from this marital life, and then likewise in good times, not when Mumbai is attacked and then we say, oh, how can we prevent this from happening? We have to protect. This is called the ants philosophy. The ants store food before the rain comes because they will be swept away if they come out of the hole in the rainy season. They such a small creature, and they know very well the rain is coming, and they store food. This is how organizations need to reinvent themselves during stable times. But often we learn geology the morning after the earthquake. That's a real problem. And therefore, and I'm of the view that there are extremely few organizations who really manage knowledge, manage talent, manage intellect and innovations appropriately. We are poor at that, and that's why we are mediocre. And those who are able to focus on this, they are at the top of the world. The second thing I want to say is that HR tomorrow is going to be the CEO of talent supply. Talent, period. Because it is the talent which enables you to go into those areas which are critical success factors for you. That is the reason why 1 crore plus is offered to somebody in Ahmedabad or somewhere, so that we can sit on the skyscraper and see that the whole world looks very small. So the guy is so brilliant and knowledgeable, he can articulate issues, juxtapose them, and find solutions to the complex problem solving is the need of the hour. So that's why. So the question is, how do you prevent talent from fleeing from you? And today you can't guarantee jobs to anyone. It is not possible today to guarantee jobs. Our labor laws have this problem. I was speaking in Las Vegas and I said there are some 200 American vice presidents whose companies were operating in India. And I made a statement that in India we have lifetime employment. And believe me, we are not even able to change this. We did this in 1976 when Indira Gandhi during emergency inducted that Section 25M, N and O in the Industrial Disputes Act, which guarantees to you sort of lifetime employment. Manmohan Singh said in 1991 July that we will change labor law. How many years? 30 years. Even Narendra Modi is not able to change that. Because somehow unions have become so militant. Because that was relevant to that era of welfare state. It is not relevant today when you have one organization and 50 competitors. How can you guarantee jobs? Skills are obsolete, people are not learning, people are not relevant, costs are high, you are not able to compete. So this talent has to, you have to develop not the employment of talent, but employability of the talent. That tomorrow you do not need this talent, but you have invested so much into the growth and the career management of the talent that tomorrow there are so many others who with open arms will take them. And that is one of the areas of developing employee experience. And that is what the image of the organization, the employer brand, and that is how the talent will come to you. And this is going to be very critical, and artificial intelligence is being used for this updating and meeting the needs of the talent, because this talent will alter your algorithm which you were using yesterday for machine learning. Unless you do that, your needs will not be satisfied. So you need talented people. You need talented people to create that atmosphere of love in the organization. And for example, if you have seen that film Munna Bhai, the Jadoo Ki Jhappi, can artificial intelligence provide that? Some people, there are stories that people even make love to robots and they don't find humans, full of imperfections they find. That is happening, but it's not in any big way. We will be needing humans to give Jadoo Ki Jhappi. And HR will have to learn to give that Jadoo Ki Jhappi. And therefore, we have to juxtapose that with the artificial intelligence and not leave everything onto artificial intelligence. Because we have three or four generations working simultaneously. In fact, I belong to the fourth generation. I'm a baby boomer. You have Gen X, Gen Y, Gen X, Gen Y, and Gen G. Sorry, 5 generations I meant. Now, if you include me in the working class, I am the 5th generation. So, HR has to learn as to how Gen Z expects to be treated differently and not like others. Okay, so that's another challenge. Quickly, we are in the gig economy. What is gig economy? Everything is temporary. We are professionals. They are not in a job. They are rendering service. And we have less and less of core and more of periphery workers. And one of the surveys in US just showed that this Gen Z prefers consultants role. They are young guys, 23, 24-year-old. They say we want to be consultants. 60 to 70% of Gen Z is to quit their job and freelance. That is how the gig economy is becoming bigger and bigger. And today you have 5 crore Americans out of the population of 30 crore or so who will be there as gig, part of the gig by 2020. This forecast was there in 2018, sorry. And Anita ma'am mentioned to you that Dell Tech report, 85% of the skills relevant in 2030. We don't even know today. We know only 15% of them. So how much talent is needed, to reinvent skills, to train people, and so on and so forth. And we have to decide how do you reward them? How do you measure their performance? How do you decide a ratio between the core workers and the gig workers? These are going to be challenges for HR to follow. In the area of employment relations, we are going to have more and more very high degree of unitarism as opposed to pluralism which existed, let us say, some 10, 15 years ago. When you have power, you have countervailing power. That is a balancing mechanism for any country or any organization where power is matched with power and the best of people comes out. And that's how democracies work. But I'm of the view that artificial intelligence and gig economy are going to completely take away this democracy. And those of you who are sympathetic to trade unions, they are going to see a situation of complete wiping out of trade unions. Gen Z and Gen X, they don't want to be part of trade unions. And there is an MIT professor who has given alternative model. I can't expatiate it because I have this chip that I must stop 5 minutes in 5 minutes. No, I assure you I'll do it less than 5 minutes. This is an MIT professor who is the most leading professor in employee relations and juxtaposing it with HR strategy. And he says, this is what we are going to do tomorrow for this power and countervailing power. Partnership, fair contingent reward, engagement, trust, training, technical and social skills. My only apprehension in accepting this model, is that it is a prescriptive model. There are always less takers of prescriptive models. And so it may not be taken very seriously by many. And lastly, I would say that when globalization came, the welfare state was under attack. India was a welfare state. Everything was done by government through licensing. What people want, state was decided. We threw the economy open to the market. The whole world was a welfare state. This is going to revive. And as you all know, what is happening not just in India, there is so much of unrest amongst youth. This unrest is there in America. My son who teaches in New York University is here these days, and he was telling how even Americans are feeling so much of heat of these developments, and therefore this will be exacerbated by artificial intelligence, and therefore there is going to be a demand of universal basic income, because with those who utilize artificial intelligence like Mukesh Ambani and others on MNCs, they'll become super rich, and you'll expect that they'll do some charity and then probably wealth will be distributed. But everybody does not do. Everybody is not a Bill Gates or that Indian IT major. So this is going to cause a lot of tension, and increasingly we'll have at the macro level the demand for the universal basic income, which Congress party in its manifesto talked about. And they said we'll give 6,000, 7,000 rupees to every family who are below. So this is going to happen, and artificial intelligence is going to lead to these oligarchs who have the capability to use this knowledge for amassing wealth. In summary, I'm saying information is very critical. It can be obtained through internet, analytics, AI. AI is today used for thinking, prescribing, and of course robotics work. And creativity and complex problem solving skills are extremely important in this today's era of AI. And AI is used to buttress the excitement of talented people, both in the area of functional and strategic areas. And the 5 key implications which I found out on the basis of my understanding of the developments are that we need to focus more seriously on building learning organizations and invest into talent employability and switch over from this focus on jobs. If we can do that, because we are going to have more of employability, which is critical. Manage the gig economy, the gig worker. There is a threat to pluralism, which is a negative thing, and there is a demand for neo-welfare state, which is going to happen in a big way in the next 5 years or so. Thank you.